If I was to channel your higher self right now, if you were to pick up the phone and call her, this is what she would say. How about that? Let's play this game. We're picking up the phone, direct line, ring, ring, your higher self. Tuning into this show is an activation and we're listening. Okay. We're creating space to connect with our intuition and our higher self because this is a school of intuition where we just listen. Listen to ourselves, listen to our body, and listen to the messages that we are receiving. And the first thing that I was feeling from your higher self is there is an inability to really acknowledge and give yourself enough credit or credibility or whatever credentials for all of your knowledge and wisdom. Because you see, we come to earth and this is a school. And then we create all of these rules for ourselves inside of this school that like we need more schooling in order to validate our existence or our knowledge or our wisdom. And I'm just here to remind you that everything inside of you, all of this wisdom that you have gained via your life experience, is the most important wisdom, knowledge, information, healing that you will ever have access to. So there is this kind of shedding that's happening right now of being like, you know what? I actually know enough right now to talk about this. I actually know what I'm talking about. I actually have lived this and experienced it, and the world needs to hear my message. I actually have been through this. There are so many people who are, you know, getting a credential or a certificate to teach or help someone in some way. But what if you went through that fuckery, that hardest part of your life, that insanity, and you came out the other side stronger? You're like, let me tell you what, girl, hop on for a piggyback ride. I'm about to take you for a spin because I've been there and I'm going to hold your hand. And this is what I wish someone had told me. That statement right there unlock something in my brain every time I hear it. And maybe it will unlock something for you because there is a version of you who has valuable, beautiful, loving, healing medicine. Okay. You have a message to share. Every single person here has a message to share, whether you are gathering around the water cooler at work, whether you're talking into a microphone, or you just run in to a old friend from high school in the street. There is magic in those exchanges. They are sacred. We are all connected. We are all intertwined. We are all entangled in this beautiful little game of life that we're all playing, right? And I always think of it as if there's like, I always try to, I need to really like play a video game sometimes so I could give better analogies. But I always think, in games, it's like to get to the next level, you got to get to the beekeeper and he's going to hand you a globe and the globe's like, doo-doo-doo, and it gives you like superpowers for you to, go on to the next level. I genuinely believe that's how it is with people in our life. Sometimes they'll just tell you this exact perfect piece of advice or wisdom that you needed to hear to expand your mind or shift your perspective from seeing this thing that happened to you as like this horrible soul sucking hardship to being literally part of your life's purpose and a gift that you can share and help other people, right? Sometimes we just need that little nudge from somebody that, like, hey, you've got this. Okay. Look at me. I'm still standing. We got to the other side, right? This hard thing is not here to define your whole life as hard. This hard thing is to give you the strength for you to cross the finish line and prevail. And then you're like, hey guys, follow me. This is the way, this is the direction. Okay. So sometimes we just need a little perspective shift. So that's really what I'm also hearing too is like allowing our identity to shift into this person who is this sage, who is this wise person. I don't need anyone around me to validate my gifts or my intuition. If I have experienced something and that is my truth and I believe that to be my truth, then that is your truth, my love. I am not going to deny you. I am not going to question you. That is your truth. And everybody's truth is going to look a little different. And that's where it's like you really wish people would just all get on board and say, your truth's going to look different than my truth. And that's kind of the beauty of this whole school. We're all trying to just figure it out. We are all doing this for the first time. Please have compassion for yourself. Please have compassion for those around you. I know it is so easy to go, how could they think that? How could they da 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 da? How could they do it this way? Can you believe blah 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 blah? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. And I'm learning that too, because I have these moments where I'm like, how could people not get jazzed up over the Akashic Records? I don't know. That's maybe not the exact sentiment, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, wow, how could people not want to learn about their intuition? This beautifully planted internal compass that we have inside of us. How could they not? But you know what? That is their journey. And, I channeled something too the other day that this might be like, yeah, duh, we know, but it just struck me different. And maybe it'll strike you different too, because it felt so profound for me in this sense of you came into this life with a precious message inside, maybe multiple messages, maybe multiple life messages, and also hardships that you're going to experience so that you come out the other side stronger, wiser, more resilient, more brilliant, more bright, lighter. Who knows? Who knows what this journey is for all of us? But all we can do is go on the ride every single day, right? And the point is, you made this sacred agreement before you came into this life. A lot of these contracts that you have with certain people, you chose those contracts. And so if you have a message, say you have a message that you want to share, or a message that's on your heart, or a message, a purpose, a piece that you're going to step into, it is always going to happen, point blank, period. It's never a miss. And for me, sometimes I get too logistical in how to deliver the message in a way that feels like it will resonate the best, because I never want to offend or upset. And when I went in, they're like, listen, no matter how you say it, people are going to feel the resonance of the message, the vibration of the message, your intention. So you can't mess it up. So I just want to say that again. No matter what words you say, your soul's purpose, your vibration, and your frequency are going to be speaking loud and clear. People who are on that journey and need that message, you are that sacred little beekeeper in our video game that's going to give them this little code that's going to unlock something in their brain, right? They're going to receive it no matter what. You cannot fuck it up. There is so much freedom in that for me, because the people that are going to be upset or offended, they are always going to be upset or offended, because their sacred mission is to stay exactly where they are. Let them stay there. Leave them alone. We are not here to rescue and save everybody on the planet, right? This is our little earth school. Okay? They're all on their own journey. They're all on their own level. That's why I love this podcast being my sacred space, but I also love having a personality on Instagram that's just, hey, I'm Anna Grace Newell and this is my life. And I don't know, you might get Akashic Records and you might get me shaking my ass in your face. If you're following, you're going to get whatever mood I'm in and whatever vibe I'm in. I really, really, really like, even I have so many friends in real life who do not know what the Akashic Records are. And I am not here to educate them if they don't want to know about it. Like, if they're like, oh, I'm so curious, please tell me about what you do. I'm happy to talk about it. I love to talk about it. But that's why I've created this space where I talk about it freely. And the people that are going to find my message, you were always meant to find it. We have a sacred agreement to meet here somehow energetically in this space. And for the people in my life that don't have a damn clue what I do, that's okay. I'm not going to force them. I'm not here to preach. Catch me never being salesy, preachy, all these things in my real life. And I don't even want to ever be that way on this podcast. I always want this podcast to be a sacred container, which is why I ferociously and fiercely protect this space when it comes to advertisements, when it comes to who's even working, editing, creating with me. Everyone's got to see the vision. Okay. This is a very, very protected container. And I've set up my whole business that way because I really do believe that the people that are meant to find me and connect in this way are always going to find me. So if you are starting out a business right now and you feel frustrated or scared of the way that you're going to show up, I want you to put your hand over your heart right now and say, I trust my intention is love. I trust my intention is healing. I trust my intention is connection. And if somebody feels the opposite of that message just was never for them. You are not here to convince them. So you just need to release it because your frequency, your vibration, your energy, your love, your lightness, whatever, your joy, your curiosity, all of those make up this beautiful energetic dance that's happening in your body and your cells and your DNA. It was always going to happen this way. All of those people, those who are to find you will find you no matter what, no matter how you say it. You might not even talk. You might just I might just do a little jig across your video, across your screen. And someone's like, you know what? I liked that jig. I don't know. That could be the exchange. I think that we and myself, I'm speaking to all of us. This is all of our higher selves here sitting in the room with us. We love to overcomplicate. We love to say, I need to know the whole picture. I need to know exactly how it's going to be laid out. I need to know the logistics. And that's not how it works. The universe is never going to give you, okay, sweetheart, let me hold your hand. And this is steps A through Z. No, the universe is going to say it's A to B, it's B to C. And some of us get so stuck because we don't know Z, we won't even take step A or step B because we don't know the whole way. You have to just keep swimming, take a little step, a little bite. And I just want this talk to be a reminder that you cannot fuck this up. You were designed and crafted for your whole entire reason of existence. God gave you all of the skills, the gifts, the ability, and you are doing yourself a disservice by not playing, by not enjoying these gifts. You're listening to your intuition, connecting with your higher self, enjoying your life. This life is meant to be enjoyed. There's just a collective message that I keep coming back to that's like, we as human beings feel that everything needs to be hard. We need to be suffering and struggling at all times. And we're like constantly looking. It's that negative bias that happens in our brain. What if for just one day we look for just a little shred of the positivity, even in the hard shit that's happened to us? Because we've got to shift out of the identity. Okay. Listen to me. Listen to me. You've got to shift out of the identity of like, I have this really hard life and all these hard things happen to me and it's just hard. And, this happened and this and blah, 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 blah. To, I have survived all of these things. I have healed through all of this. I have recovered from this. I have beaten this. It's like somebody who fights for their fucking life and then they go around saying like, I have cancer. No, whatever. I don't even know the cancer terms, but it's like, no, I beat that shit. Like I'm healed. I'm healthy. Like once it's gone from the body, like we don't want to keep saying, hell no, I am healthy. I'm alive. Right. So when the hard stuff happens, you got to shift into saying like that experience fucking rocked me to my core and took me to my knees, but I'm still standing. And if I had somebody that could have held my hand and told me it would be okay, please let me be that person. Please let me tell you, a couple things that helped me because so many people just need your message, your support, your love. Sometimes people just need you to look them in the eye and say, I believe in you. You can do this. And I am looking you in the eye right now on my webcam. I believe in you. You can do this. You cannot fuck this up. You are here for a beautiful, perfect, divine created reason, divinely created reason. Okay. You are here. And even if you don't know the reason, it doesn't mean there's no purpose or you're lost or whatever. So, everybody, that's today's lesson. You can't mess it up. The people that were meant to find you are always going to find you. The people that are going to try to discredit you or say you don't know what you're talking about or you said it wrong, it should actually look like this. Those people drive me crazy. You can't say it wrong because it's based off of your life experience and your lens, and it's going to look different than theirs. I was just on a walk with my friend yesterday and I was telling her, I'm like, I'm kind of in my hater era, which I guess is the same as your villain era, where you're like, I am releasing all of the tiptoeing around of accidentally saying it wrong or saying it this. And I don't even really know the clear definition of villain or hater era, but to me, it's in my mind, it's where you post something and you're just like middle fingers up. Like, that was my truth. That was on my heart. I'm throwing it out there. I'm coming from a place of love. And if you don't like it, it doesn't land, it upsets you, kisses, waving, goodbye. I think that we can really lock ourselves into this super tight straitjacket of needing it to be perfect, needing to understand, or not wanting it to look wrong or messy or incorrect. And you know what? I'm going to fuck it up. I'm going to say it wrong. We all are. It's going to happen. There's going to be something that happens. And the part that gives me peace is that I know my dancing unicorns understand my heart. They understand the frequency of my message. That's how you found me. You were not drawn to a random podcast. You were drawn to this essence that I'm creating on this show. And I want that to be an expansion for you, that whatever you're creating, that intention, your soul's message, your vivacious energy, all of those things are the creating this little secret sauce that is you. Okay. So the underlying message today is you can't mess this up. You cannot mess this up, and you're not going to know A through Z. You just need to release the outcome, release the need for it to be perfect and to have all of the answers and to know every single thing for you to create. You just need to make whatever it is you want to make, share whatever it is you want to share, speak freely when you're coming from a place of love. You can't mess it up. You can't. So I don't know who needed to hear this because I actually had planned to talk about something completely different today. And then I got on the mic and immediately it was like, just let it go and let it flow. And so I just totally dropped the schedule. I dropped the plan, but I do need to talk about somatic healing and dance. Maybe next week I kind of like to create a new start here or a checkpoint for whoever is finding me for the first time from social media, because I'm trying to tie everything together. But again, maybe this message was for me, that the people who are going to get me are going to get me. The people who are going to get you are going to get you. You might not have to break it down for them. They might just go, oh my gosh, it clicked into place. At the end of the day, there are a bajillion spiritual teachers, dance teachers, all of the things, whatever industry you're in. But you have a unique combination, a unique frequency, a unique way of delivering the message, a unique blueprint, okay, that God designed and made perfectly for you to connect with this whole other audience of people that they might not have resonated with another teacher or another person or another mom or another grandmother or another person in this role. They needed it from you. And it's just your soul's purpose. It's your essence. I can't express this enough that you can't mess it up, because I know there is goodness in your heart and there is goodness in your soul, and people are going to feel that. And if people don't think you're good, or they don't think you're a good person, or they don't think you're good at whatever it is that you're here to do, they just weren't meant for you. You're just triggering something inside of them, this freedom of expression that triggers them because they don't know how to express themselves. It literally never has anything to do with you, which I know we all know, but it's still hard sometimes when people say, oh, this is weird, or I don't get it, or nah, nah, nah. I'm like, okay, well, you don't get it. Next. I'm here for the people that get it. If you get it, you get it. So just a reminder, the people that will see you, that will come across you, that will experience you. And this always isn't so career based. This is also finding your people, finding your pack, finding your tribe, finding your soulmate. There's someone that's perfectly designed to understand you, to meet you, to be excited about every little weird, kooky thing about you. They're going to eat it up. last little story time, but I remembered this the other day, how one of my best friends, who's stunning, gorgeous, I'm trying to protect everybody's names, but you guys might know her. And this was back in our single girly days. And she was dating this guy who was just stunning, the nicest guy ever. And she's like, I feel so bad. I don't know what it is about him. It's just not there. And I literally was like, it's because I genuinely believe that some of us have this beautiful design, this beautiful hardware to connect with certain people. We have these sacred agreements. And then for some people, it's just not there. And there's literally nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with him. There's nothing wrong with you. And then boom, a few months later, both of them found their person, are both married with kids. It's like, it just wasn't part of their path or their story. And when you kind of start to see it through that perspective, you take things a lot less personally, because you're like, there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. We're just in some way not compatible on whatever part of this journey. And for the people that are made also to understand you, to see you fully, they will see you no matter how you show up, how you deliver. Just being you, just being authentic, and just leaning into your truth is all you need to do, because there is healing there. There is guidance there. There is expansion there, and it gives people hope. So keep going, keep swimming. My mom's always told me that my whole life. Anna Grace, just keep swimming. From Finding Nemo, just keep swimming. I say that to myself once a day, when sometimes I'm like, I'm going to pull all my fucking hair out because I don't know what's happening. I'm going through an insane quantum leap. And I opened this portal on this podcast when I started reading that book, How to 10X Your Life. 10X is easier than 2X. It's a great read. But I'm not kidding. I felt like I just summoned an earthquake, but it's good. And I'm excited. I like some of the hard stuff, because if nothing was hard, there wasn't a little struggle, we'd be so bored. Also, side note, we would be bored to motherfucking tears. So there is wisdom in every experience of our life, no matter how hard the lesson is. I'm sending you a virtual hug and just a little tie it all up with a bow. If you're feeling like today is especially hard, put on a little happy song, your favorite song, and jump up and down for 30 seconds, for 60 seconds, for 90 seconds. You will feel lighter and brighter, because your body is ready to let go. And it can be easy and it can be fun. And this work is not hard. That's just a limiting belief or a story we've been telling ourselves. So, reminder, you were designed for this. You were born for this. You were built for this. This life, you agreed on it together. Handshake emoji. You've got this. Okay. Keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. A to B, B to C, C to D. Okay. I love you. Thank you for coming to class. As always, I know there was somebody that needed to hear this. And if not anyone, I'm sure I needed to hear it. These messages are just as much for me as they are for you. And I appreciate your support. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the people that are listening. Oh, it kind of makes me want to cry. You guys see me and you guys are my people. And I really appreciate your support and coming to class every week, because it's just nice to be able to express myself fully and to have, it's like a little soft pillow for me to lay my head. And that is all of you, beautiful souls and dancing unicorns. And I love you. And I'll see you next Wednesday. Okay. Have a great week. Just keep swimming. You've got this. Mwah. Bye. As always, I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in. If you feel so called, or if it feels aligned, I would love for you to leave me a review here. I always love reading your beautiful thoughts and messages. And also you can find me at Anna Grace Newell on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And I will link all of my courses, AG University course curriculum, in the show notes, along with, if you're interested in booking an Akashic Records reading with me, my scheduling link goes out in my newsletter. It goes out once a month and it's completely free. I would love to have you there. As always, I'm a proud professor and you get an A+ for making it all the way through the end. Love you.